Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can see Elizabeth. Welcome, Elizabeth. Can
Hey,
you hear me?
yes, I can. Is this Sam on the other side?
Exactly.
Nice.
Welcome.
Thank you.
It's so wonderful to have you.
Yeah, good to be here.
Hi, Gordon.
Hi, Sam. Good morning, Elizabeth, or evening,
Good
wherever you are.
morning.
GMGAGE.
So, I just want to give like a few minutes so people can join in and we can start off the whole conversation because there are lots of things I would like to know. And I'm very excited to have you here, Elizabeth. Really, really bullish.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Excited to be here too and connect with the Australian community on the other side of the planet. Wild. Just wild.
Yeah.
I'm in New York City, by the way. So we really are
Oh, wow.
we really
That's
are
wonderful.
I mean, what time is it there?
I'm actually not in Australia right now.
It's uh,
So
it's 10:50
Gordon,
a.m. in Australia.
Wait, can you even host the Stacks Australia account if you're not in Australia? Is that legal here? I don't know. I don't know.
I think we have to
Cheating
check with
here.
our legal team.
We've got lots of helpers in Australia here. It's awesome.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, Nata.
How,
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
how is all going?
I was, oh, we're good, we're good. We have Elizabeth, we have Gordon, we have a few people. We're just waiting for more people to join in on the space before we kick off. But in the
Yep.
meantime, you guys that are around, I would like if you can share the space, let's invite more people in because we have lots of exciting questions and a lot of learning to do today. So retweet, share, comment, let people come in. Let's have a wonderful time. Gordon, I've been trying to invite you as a co-host.
Okay, if you could just try that again once, that'd be great.
Okay. Can you see it?
Not at the present time. Do you want me to jump down and come back up again?
Yeah, I think you're Rogan.
Okay.
So I'll wait for Gordon. Um, I think Gordon will be upset if I start off the old space. It's been anticipating this space for a while now. So, Nieta, how has your week been?
What was that question?
How has your week been?
Very busy, to say the least. And I just wanted to quickly say thanks, Elizabeth, for coming in. Thank you so much for responding and everything. So I'm really glad to have you here too.
Yeah, sure thing. Thanks for coordinating all this and inviting me. Really happy to be here. By the way, are you Italian? Your name looks
I,
Italian.
it is, yeah.
Nice.
So I look like a little whitey. Look like a little whitey, but with red hair. But yeah, definitely the name Antonietta Firenze. So yeah, pretty much very strong Italian on other
Love it.
aspects. So
Yes, yes, a super Italian name. I was thinking you would be having an Italian accent too, but yeah, I love it. I love Italy.
no, I'm first gen here, but yeah, so drop the very much the Australian accent
Yep.
going on here.
Sam, so I'm back up again, so you can invite me as co-host. But
Yeah, I've been doing that for like twice now.
okay, no worries at all. But Elizabeth, just before we get hopefully our community joining today, just a bit of an intro to a couple of our people here. I mean, Stacks Australia. This is our project is really a community building project, like mainly for working with founders and developers as our core objective right now. Obviously, we've got a lot of explorers and people coming in to participate, but on our team, our core team building Stacks Australia, I've got Nieta here and Sam, who's have both worked closely with us every week as contributors. I've also got Art of Thomas down there as also from the Rootstock community is also doing some things with us in our community. Setzeus drops by and helps us with our Clarity developers. So yeah, it's really our community building effort here. So just to give you an idea of who's in our space, and we're here to help share to our community as to what, to find all the tools and all the connect them with the good people like yourselves around the Stacks ecosystem and the broader Bitcoin ecosystem.
Yeah, totally. It's so great to meet all of you and kind of get a better understanding of who's doing what over there, and just really trying to move the needle for the Stacks ecosystem in Australia. Needs to happen. It's it's time to grow.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Gordon, can accept your co-host invite. It's pending. Okay, I think we can kick this off right now. And for people here, I can see familiar faces. I see said Jesse. And Gordon said Zeus. It's actually said Jesse. That's David from the Australian group. Is the one learning the Clarity uh, development right now. And we have Nieta, resident artist, and one of my favorable people person in the space. Sorry, and I can see our official librarian Thomas. I actually gave him that name last week. Is a wonderful guy, and we have new people. I can see new people. I'm very sure they are excited to hear what Elizabeth has to say about Xverse. I am very bullish on Xverse, and I've been keeping up with some news recently about the development, especially around the BRC20. I'm one of the people that uses the BRC20, and I've been training for a while on Alex. And I think when we started a couple of weeks ago, it was very shaky, but the support we've had from you guys has been lots, because I'm one of the team, like a community moderator, and I could tell you I've had questions, like series of questions that get so annoying when people start telling me, oh, I cannot find my BRC20, it's not showing up. There's something wrong with my wallet and this and that. Very annoying. So I was like, very excited when I saw the announcements that about the updates, the latest updates of from Xverse, and I will tell you, I'm one of the people that is relieved to receive this kind of update. So you guys are really, really doing a great, great, great work over there. But for people that don't know you, would you like to tell us more about you, how you started your journey in Web3, and how you got into Xverse and your role in Xverse precisely?
Hey, sure. So, yeah, welcome everyone who's here. Nice to meet you. So yeah, I'm Elizabeth Olson, head of growth at Xverse, which is the leading wallet for Ordinals and BRC20 tokens, and basically the gateway to the Bitcoin Web3 ecosystem. And yeah, a little bit about myself. I've actually been in the Web3 space exactly 1 year tomorrow. So I didn't come in.
No.
Yeah, it'll be my Web3 birthday tomorrow.
Wow, wonderful,
Thank
wonderful.
you. Yeah. So I previously I'm a Bitcoiner, but previously did not have direct professional experience in crypto, so to say. I actually come from the luxury space. I was at Steinway and Sons piano company, and then Sotheby's auction house. And it was while I was at Sotheby's that I started to see crypto going corporate. As the bull market, there was a lot of the auctions that I was working on had digital NFTs attached to the property. There was instances like one of the auctions was the Constitution, the U.S. Constitution. I remember the Constitution DAO wanted to democratize the property, so they were all pulling in and bidding together. So anyway, a lot of interesting Web3 stories kind of tying into my work there. And the market cap was reaching 2 trillion, and Web3 was just growing super fast, like every week. And I just knew that I wanted to get involved as soon as possible. to really learn and have an impact on shaping the future. So actually a recruiter reached out and I met Ken at Xverse, and the rest is history now. But I think one thing that excited me so much about working at Xverse at a wallet and growing this product is just having the opportunity to sit at the center of all the action. At a wallet, you get to learn about DeFi and NFTs and dApps and integrations, BNS, payments, stacking. I know we all love stacking here. So these are all different features that we've been working on and building out, and I've been writing up a lot of content around. So if you've seen the Xverse blog, there's like about 50 blogs on there that I've either written or edited at some point. And then of course we have the Own Your Crypto podcast, and are continuously rolling out campaigns around all the features that we're shipping. So yeah, that's basically my role at the moment. Also, working a lot with various influencers, growing out our socials, and just really trying to connect with the community and get a pulse of what's needed in regards to support and what's needed in regards to feedback for building out the best product possible. I mean, that's our goal at Xverse. And happy to dive in to tell us about a bit about Xverse too, if you like.
Yeah, wonderful. That's actually a wonderful experience, and the pathway before you got into Xverse is really wonderful. And I can share the experience. Like I myself came from the real world, like the IRL. I've been in the IRL game for a while, and I understand when your skills and your professionalism gets you that recognition in the space. It's there's only like will I say it's only a few people that gets that kind of recognition when a company like Xverse can single you out, like this is the kind of person we want to work with. This is the person that can bring up the vision that we have. And you came in and you're doing an excellent work all the way, and we're seeing that work. It's really remarkable. And that brings us deeper into what Xverse is, because I'm very sure many of the people listening right now might be wondering that, okay, we know she's working at Xverse, but what exactly is Xverse? Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, absolutely. So why do we have Xverse here? So a lot of you are probably Bitcoiners too, and as you know, before Xverse, there really wasn't a very user friendly wallet out there. A lot of the wallets were more optimized for engineers, and the user experience just really wasn't that great. And so we wanted to create something that was really offering the most advanced features. So really pioneering in that direction, but at the same time, in a way that's really accessible for people of all different levels. So we're not a new project. We've been around for a couple of years now. And actually just most recently, Xverse won first place at the Paris Blockchain Week competition out of 700 startups. So that was super exciting to see that kind of recognition. I think not just for Xverse, but really for everyone building on Bitcoin. So it's just been super exciting. And so at Xverse, we're not just offering payments, but we're offering a non-custodial solution for many different functionalities. And integrating a lot of solutions like dApps, DeFi. You mentioned Alex, L2. Scalability solutions like Lightning integration, and really just working to support an entire ecosystem around Bitcoin. And then, of course, Ordinals and BRC20 tokens. Actually, that wasn't even on our roadmap initially. And so, whenever something new comes out, we're hustling. We're working to make it happen. And we were actually first to market. Really, we've been first to market with any feature to support Bitcoin. And we also recently came out, if any of you are developers out there, we came out with Sats Connect API, which is the smoothest solution right now for connecting a Bitcoin wallet to applications. And yeah, as I mentioned before, like always, our focus is on the user experience, you know, onboarding new people, driven by, you know, new protocols themselves.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. You mentioned something earlier about you not having BRC20 on the roadmap, or you eventually found a solution to it. And it made me remember a day. I think I was having a conversation with Gordon, and we were talking about the things Xverse was doing in the space. And I had this thought, like it brought up this thought in my head, like Stacks is relatively new. I wouldn't say new, but it's still new. We're still growing, but the 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 feet you guys are moving, like the pace you're moving. Whenever there's something out there, there's always a solution for Xverse. Like it's more like once the community starts saying we need this, Xverse is already on it. They're doing something about it. And I remember saying, I don't want to be in the shoes of those programmers right now, like your developers, because I'm very sure they are always on their toes with demands. Hey, there's something new, and that was one of the. I think I remember commending the designers of the new UI. It's very lovely. I think it's still one of the most brilliant UI UX I've seen in a while. I started with the first version of the Xverse wallet, and looking at that from that time till now, it's really wonderful. That's really wonderful. So it brought up my other question about what I was saying about stacks, and I wanted to know, why did you decide to go on stacks? Like, why stacks in the first place? You could have gone to Solana, you could have gone somewhere else, but why stacks particularly?
Well, I want to make it clear. Like first and foremost, Xverse is a Bitcoin wallet. You know, we supported Bitcoin
Okay.
before, you know, anything else. And as a Bitcoin wallet, we want to support Bitcoin layers. And
Mm.
Stacks is the largest and fastest growing Web3 project on Bitcoin. So it's immensely important. You know, our CEO came from Hero Systems. You know, from building out you know, one of the first Stacks wallets. And so coming from there, of course, you know, we are very much Stacks friendly. You know, we wanted to support Stacks as well. We have the stacking pool accessible within Xverse as well.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah.
and with Stacks, I mean, this is opening up an entire new ecosystem on Bitcoin. I don't know if anybody in here would like me to like get into how Bitcoin layers work, but essentially there's a base layer, which is Bitcoin itself. That's the architecture layer. Then you have layer 2, which is a protocol layer for functionality. And some would argue that Stacks could be considered a layer 2, because at layer 3 it's unlocking the decentralized applications. So you have these different layers that are enabling the entire Bitcoin ecosystem to be scalable, which is ultimately necessary for mass adoption. You know, if we're going to want to have reasonable fees to have like lightning fast payments, and to be able to lend and earn, you know, have all these different functionalities, we need Bitcoin layers to do that. And so Stacks is a huge solution for that. So of course it was really vital for us to be able to support Stacks, you know, right from the beginning as well.
Brilliant. That's elaborative in its own self. Before I move to the next question, I would like to like do a reset and welcome everybody just joining us. We have Elizabeth, head of growth for Xverse. She's joining us today to speak more about Xverse and protecting the dataverse that we are all in right now. So if there's anybody in the panel, like on this audience, that is in the audience, that feel like, okay, I've been wanting to ask a question. I have the Stacks wallet, I have the Bitcoin wallet. I want to know more about it. We know we cannot ask all the questions at once, but feel free to jump in, raise a request. I will bring you up to speak so you can ask Elizabeth more questions. And in the meantime, please feel free please share our space, bring in more people so that we can talk more, because there are a lot of things that we need to know right now, a lot of knowledge, a lot of things that we need to break down. So please share the likes, comment, invite your friends, and let's have a wonderful time. So, and that's moving along from there. Um, can you briefly just tell us about Xverse recent acknowledgements, the awards and accolades? I've been seeing a lot of posts on Twitter lately, and I think there was one I saw recently. Uh, was it an award? I can't really place. I think I will find the link. But can you just
Oh, was
share
it?
the amount of awards that you guys have received lately?
Sure. Well, one of the most recent announcements we made was around being accepted into actually graduating from the Alliance DAO Accelerator Program. So this is a program that essentially you go through some courses, and then at the end of it, there's a big demo day, and you get to pitch your project, your protocol, or in our case, a wallet, to hundreds of investors. So we just went through this rigorous and very highly competitive program. Uh, I think there was over 1,600 applicants, and only 16
Wow.
made it. And then Xverse was the first and so far only project, Bitcoin project ever in any cohort at Alliance DAO. So to not only be selected for this prestigious program, but then to complete it, to be the only Bitcoin project yet to complete it. I mean, that's really exciting. Something we're really proud of that, and it's a win for Xverse, and again for everyone building on Bitcoin. And we're
Wow.
just so excited to see investors looking to Bitcoin now. I think a lot of that came from us being first to market, and being the leading wallet for supporting Ordinals and BRC20 and these different features and protocols that are just bringing mass exponential growth to the ecosystem. They're showing that people want to do more than just hold Bitcoin, and so Ordinals are really shifting that narrative. Before the maxi narrative, this is all about Bitcoin can only be used as sound money. It can only be used as like gold. And so it's shifting that narrative and bringing a new wave of builders to the ecosystem, and really lending integrity to those who are already there building. And we're all here because we have the conviction to build on what is the strongest and most secure settlement layer. So and I mentioned earlier, we experienced that firsthand when Xverse was growing exponentially over the past few months, thanks to Ordinals, and then received the first prize at Paris Blockchain Week's Start and Block startup competition, and that was out of 700 startups. So we're just we're just really grateful and just humbled, and also just like thrilled to see this kind of recognition come across the ecosystems. Not just for us, but for Bitcoin as a whole. So it's really it's quite a big pivotal moment for everyone, I think.
Yeah, yeah, that's wonderful. That's really wonderful. It's also rewarding when you get recognized in the global sense, and out of that many startups, you guys came up top. That's brilliant. That's really wonderful. So my other question now is, as the head of growth for Xverse, I know there are times when we have like some targets that we like to meet, like in terms of clients, investors, and everything. Do you feel like Xverse as a whole has met those targets that they really planned out in the first place when you were starting out, or are you still pushing further to bridge to go outside the box of Web3 and metaverse?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. When I first joined Xverse, things were pretty slow. We were building out the product. There was a lot of features we were still working on enabling. We essentially, we had the stacking pool enabled and like some payments, but there was still a lot of features that we were still building out. And then on top of that, of course, the bear market happened. So, growth was quite slow, no matter what you do. I was working on building out all the main infrastructure for growth, for support, working to build out our team and the website. And we just went through a huge rebrand, so a lot of different aspects. So in some ways it was nice that it was slow because we were still building out the foundational aspects of the company. And now we're really, we're ready to onboard in the masses. So it's actually really such perfect timing that, these past couple months with Ordinals, that's when we've seen just like, bam, like exponential growth, like 50,000, 60,000, we're like more and more and more downloads every day. We're seeing just crazy, crazy growth. And, I think that's only going to increase more as people, see this kind of flywheel effect happening with Ordinals. Thanks to Ordinals, we've got more, artists and builders and talent coming to Bitcoin, and that leads to more investors, and that leads to more building and more adoption. So we just hope to see this continue.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Gordon, I remembered you showed me like a post recently about the recent was it auctions? Would you like to comment on that, Gordon?
Oh, yeah, sure, Elizabeth. I saw that you're I was pretty active around that space in watching you guys and what you were doing at Ordinals Alley at the Bitcoin Miami conference, and being involved in the auctions as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Hey, yeah, that's awesome. Glad that you're keeping up with what we're doing over there. Yeah, so Ordinals Alley was basically an opportunity that we saw. When Ordinals came out, of course, we wanted to ensure that we were going to be able to make some noise and have a huge representation and be part of the conversation at the biggest Bitcoin conference in the world. This is one of the biggest things, if not the biggest thing to happen to Bitcoin in years. And so it's something that, we would really wanted to be, ensure that was part of the conversation, regardless of, how people feel about JPEGs on Bitcoin. You can't deny that this is a, bringing exponential growth. So with that said, we worked with Bitcoin Magazine as well as Gamma Marketplace to present Ordinals Alley. We called the alley the Bitcoin Renaissance. And essentially, we took over about 6 booths, so one of the largest installations within the exhibition space at Bitcoin Miami, and showcased Ordinals for some of the most prominent inscriptions, early inscriptions, and fine art directly on the Bitcoin blockchain. So we had 21 screens, and 6 of those screens we allocated to artists to have like an artist open call. And we worked with some really phenomenal, like some of the best curators in the field, people from Art Blocks and Christie's and 6529, really tremendous work that they did to make that happen, to select the art. And yeah, I think it turned out really well. Actually, there was one point where we were concerned about security issues because of all the tension that was happening around Ordinals on Twitter, on crypto Twitter. We were like, should we get some more security here? What if somebody's going to like come trash the screens? But you know what? Honestly, it was such a great reaction from everyone. People were just really happy to see the art. There's art there before at Bitcoin. At the Bitcoin Miami conference, but never like NFT art, like generative art and one of ones. And it was just really, so good to see that. And then on the flip side of the gallery, we actually had a space where people could inscribe directly on Bitcoin. So we gave everybody orange Post-it notes, since kind of like the orange square is representative of Ordinals. So we gave them orange Post-it notes and they could write down something they wanted to inscribe. And then we're taking 100 of those notes and we're going to inscribe them for them. And we're also raffling off a one-of-one Bitcoin Magazine Ordinals cover. And that magazine issue, the full issue is actually archived at the National Museum of American History. So it's really special issue. And we bought that cover because we wanted to make it accessible to really anyone to be able to enter the raffle. And as part of that, they had to like, download Xverse, connect to Gamma, and just really start to onboard into the Bitcoin ecosystem. So not to bore everyone here, but as it happens, we are going to be opening up that raffle on Twitter as well. I'm working actively with Gamma on that, just to give everybody an opportunity to enter, because we realize, like the conference, it's good, but only so many people can afford those tickets and get into that. So we really want to just give everybody the opportunity to enter that raffle, because it is such an important inscription on Bitcoin. So, really the whole Bitcoin community deserves to have that opportunity, in our opinion.
It's fantastic. We've got an event coming up in Melbourne in about 4 weeks' time, and it's great to have some ideas. We can implement some of those into our own smaller events. It'll actually be one of our biggest art and Ordinals and Bitcoin NFTs events in Australia. Well, it's our first big one. So some great ideas there.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's really wonderful. And I feel like I should buttress that point about the raffle. For people that you're not following Xverse right now, it's the best time to just follow Xverse and turn on the notification so you would not miss out on the raffle. I don't want somebody showing up in my DM and saying, "Oh, Sam, you didn't tell me about this. I didn't get to." Nah, dude, I'll block you. So join them right now. Follow them up, send Elizabeth a follow, and let's get this party going. So, Elizabeth, on my part, I've always been wanting to ask. Like I said earlier, I said the many times I've commended your team, like the devs, whoever is working there. I am part of the OGs of the Discord group, so I'm one of the most bullish people you can find in your Discord group. I send out tweets, I repost, retweet everything about Xverse. And Xverse was actually my first wallet. And thanks to Nata brought me into the space. So it was one of, I think that Nata, I think I can remember why I downloaded Xverse, and it was because it was mobile. That's one beautiful thing about me. I don't have this luxury of always getting to my PC. I'm this kind of guy. I like being on the go, and my mobile phone is always with me. So I like everything about me regarding my data, everything on my phone. So to have a wallet that I can access on my phone and it can display all my NFTs, because I think one of the issues I had with Hero then was because I got into a giveaway. So they sent me the NFTs. I couldn't find it. So I started complaining, like, you guys just robbed me or something. I can't find the NFTs. And then Nata came to my rescue and said, dude, just download an Xverse. You will see what you're looking for there. Then I had to like start apologizing because well, it's not my fault. It was because I couldn't find it. So I will tell you right now, I am one of the biggest fans of Xverse, and I love Xverse. And the new AI, brilliant. And that brings the question I wanted to ask: that what motivates you guys? Like, what keeps you at the forefront of this battle we call Web3? What motivates you all?
Sorry, so the question is like what like why are we here?
What is
Why
the
are we here?
drive? What drives the team?
Yeah, ultimately we're looking for mass adoption on Bitcoin. We really want to empower people to control their data and wealth, and we're doing this by delivering a wallet, which is making Bitcoin more accessible for everyone. It's making it so much easier to use, not just on desktop, but even like mobile, and just making a very smooth onboarding experience that people of all levels can understand and easily download and just get going, get connected. There's a fiat on ramp. There's so people can easily load up their wallets. You can transfer, trade. In-app swaps are coming. We're integrating hardware support, multi-sig. So even families will be able to control a wallet, for example. So this is all about empowering people to control their wealth, control their data. Have a user-owned internet, and ultimately a decentralized economy. So it's been really exciting to be able to build this out and offer this to people. And that's kind of the core of what's driving us ultimately. If you look at our roadmap, but we're also everybody at Xverse. We're a global community. We've got people located all across the world. The U.S., Middle East, Africa, Europe, Asia. We're all over the place. Even though we're such a small team, we're 10 people. Believe it or not, we're only actually. I think we might be 12 now. We just onboarded a few more engineers, thank God. But yeah, we're a small team. We're really tight knit, and actually, it was it was just the first time some of us are meeting these past weeks at the conferences, at Consensus and Bitcoin 2023 in Miami. So, it's just so great to finally meet a lot of, your colleagues in person. But it's really wonderful to work with people that, regardless of, our time zones and very different, cultures and nationalities, we're all working together around something that we believe in, for humanity. And that's just so beautiful. And I love our team. Our team's great.
Yeah, yeah. That's really wonderful. It takes a lot before somebody can say, I love my team, or I love who I'm working with. Uh, from personal experience, I've worked in a lot of places that allow me to use the word shitty. And the colleagues I had then were one of the most annoying set of people. So working in a place that you love the people you work with, you have the same goals, the same zeal, you have that drive that pushes everyone to work. And you just mentioned you're just 12. I always thought Xverse was more like 1,000 working staff, because the amount of people you're onboarding it's a lot. And you're just saying you're just 12. Wow, you guys must be using some kind of magic over there, because I still can't comprehend 12 people handling over 1 million people in this space right now. It's really, 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 really big.
Yeah, it's called the magic. The magic is called we don't sleep.
Whoa.
No
I
sleep.
definitely I cannot I can relate. I can relate.
I swear we have fun though. We have a good time, how else can you do it? You just have to have fun. So we have fun. We have
Yeah.
fun. But it's a startup, so we do put in a lot of hours and we do work really hard, just to make Ordinals be possible, in supporting that. Several of us canceled our vacations because we were like, this needs to happen. This needs to roll out now. So it's we're about hustling, and it's that's that kind of company culture, where you just need to know when it's the time to hustle. And because like you were saying, we all believe really firmly in what we're doing here, and the importance of it, and realize the gravity of the situation, and it's time to go.
That's the word. That's the word. Hustle. Hustle. I think that's my motivation. Every time I wake up and I see my schedule for the day, I just tell myself, dude, you're hustling. Just keep hustling. Let's move it on. That's really brilliant. So, I have one other question about the UI UX. Like, what exactly was the inspiration behind the UI UX, the beautiful app that we see now called Xverse?
Yeah, so it's interesting you asked that. It's something I was always just kind of wanting to do ever since I joined the team. We had kind of gone through this rebrand when I initially joined, which worked nicely, but we really wanted to shift something, to something that's more, let's say, commercial, that really speaks to the brand as our, more closely ties in our ultimate goals. It aligns with that, which is to onboard the masses to Bitcoin. And so in that regard, we needed something that was more minimal, and that works well in all all different kinds of placements. So having more flexibility, and also has a stronger affinity with Bitcoin. In regards to the color palette, and just having more fun and flexibility there. And also, one thing I love most about the new look is the fact that the logo itself is an X. And so that's just so
Mhm.
easy to remember Xverse. And, when you think about some of the greatest brands out there, uh, like Nike, New York Yankees, they're all using their letters. And so I think it's just such a great, memorable way to just keep it simple, keep it easy, We want to onboard people. We don't want to complicate things, and we just want to have this very like bold, dynamic, advanced look. I almost think the kind of the R almost looks like Tesla. I love it. We worked with this creative agency called the Next Cartel, and they just did a phenomenal job really capturing the essence of the brand. And yeah, we love it. We love it. Looks great on merch. We had some merch at the conferences to pass out. People were loving the merch, and we just think this is something that people want to wear. People want to have as swag. So it's the look we were going for. We're really happy with it, and I hope you guys like it too. I was going to mention something else. I almost like to see this orange part. I haven't talked about this publicly, but I kind of like to see this orange arrow part kind of looking like it's almost like a rocket, kind of like this evoking this to the moon statement. Maybe it's just me, but I kind of like that. It's very like positive trajectory, and that's what we're aiming to do. Just have this really positive approach to our work and to the ecosystem.
Now that you mention it, I'm just really now seeing the arrow and having that like the story behind the arrow. I always thought it was just like a design, and I think this is wonderful.
Well,
there are many
this is
things.
my personal narrative. I don't know that
Well,
everybody has to see it that way. But
your personal narrative is a story to behold, actually, because I've seen a lot of logo. I started out in a advertising agency, so one of our specialties is rebrands and designs of logos and stuff like that. So I I know for a fact that every design has a story behind it. But there are times where you have the people that just design something because of for the sake of design. But now that you mention it, uh, it's really, really, really wonderful having that attribute and the storyline that you just gave to it right now. It's wonderful, and I hope Thomas is taking notes, because this is one thing you might need to write down as one of the beautiful things about Xverse right now. That's really lovely. I never really
oh,
had I didn't really pay attention to that till you brought it up right now. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. It gives
thanks.
it a
That's really
new
good to
look.
hear. I'm glad.
It really gives it a new look. That's wonderful. Gordon, do you have a question for Elizabeth?
Yeah, Elizabeth, I was coming from the Bitcoin community originally. I've been working in adoption for Bitcoin for about 5 years now, and the Lightning wallets have been part of our integral onboarding process for Bitcoin. It's a nice, easy, cheap way to get people to experience Bitcoin. We use a great wallet in Australia called the Wallet of Satoshi. It is a custodial wallet, but that has its advantages as well for people just having small amounts of Bitcoin. And simply, I guess we know the founder very well, so it's like a simple email address that you put in, and you can recover if ever you need to. So just can you tell us about are you able to tell us anything about what's coming with regards to Lightning and Xverse, and will it be a custodial solution? And yeah, just a bit of alpha on what's going on there.
Yeah, sure. It's definitely been on our roadmap since the beginning. Lightning being able to, integrating Lightning essentially will enable instant payments. Of course, that's something that's really important to us. It's not a totally flawless process, so we're exploring not only Lightning but other solutions as well, like SBTC. So we're looking at our various options, but we are non-custodial wallet, so ideally we're looking at options that will be decentralized and non-custodial in that way. So it's something that we're exploring, and is definitely a priority. Though, yeah, like I said, recently there's just been so many more urgent features that we've had to kind of factor into the roadmap.
Yeah, I think that's what everyone's experienced at the moment. It doesn't matter whether you're an artist or a wallet builder or what it is, the amount of things coming across everyone's desks at the moment is picking, it's deciding, well, what can we focus on? But obviously Ordinals has been an incredible, that was a good call. Those that jumped on have had an incredible experience of growth and the likes. So yeah, that'll be exciting when we do see Lightning come in. With the Thomas works with the RSK community as well. Is there other layers? I mean, is that sort of on the roadmap that it is to be an all-in Bitcoin wallet that for any layer of Bitcoin?
Sorry, the question is
my apologies. So yeah, just given that we've got obviously we've got Stacks, we've got Ordinals, BRC20 enabled, and soon working on Lightning. Will that extend to grow to things like Rootstock and RSK? Will wallets be able to? Is that something you'll be an all Bitcoin wallet?
It's not something that we're actively looking at, but it's certainly something that could happen. We're definitely looking to, depending on what features are enabled on what, different layers, just depends on the demand of the market. But I think generally speaking, we're more looking to Stacks and Lightning, but it is quite possible that we'll want to work with these other layer solutions as well for scalability. So yeah, I think it would probably be more of a CTO question, to be honest, if Kenny would want to leak any of this kind of alpha. But happy to look into it for you and let you know.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier just about the multi-sig that's being worked on. Is that the PSBT functionality for Xverse? I mean, that's a bit more on the technical side of things. Something for Stacks Australia, for example, having a multi-sig set up, which we're confident in, say our community treasury fund, if you want to call it. I hadn't explored a multi-sig function with Xverse. Is that something that's in the works or already in?
Yeah, it's in the works. It's on the roadmap. It's not something that we're prioritizing at the moment, but it's definitely, it's definitely very important to us to enable this soon. That's huge for security and something that's also been kind of an OG item on our roadmap. The PSBT is partially signed Bitcoin transactions that we launched to enable trustless trading on marketplaces, so people could be able to sign that and connect in a trustless way. I don't believe technically that is related to multi-sig functionality, but I could be mistaken. So again, I'll need to circle back with our engineering team around that. But yes, to confirm, hardware support is very imminently happening, and multi-sig is on the way.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I was not being a technical person myself. The whole PSBT functionality, like that technical side and multi-sig and how it works together. I mean, it's not my expertise either, but thanks for covering that. We will be looking at the multi-sig function. So that was my next question, is about the using Xverse in conjunction with cold storage. So yeah, can you tell us about what the plans are there? Obviously, at the moment, we've I use I use Ledger through the Hyro systems, through the Hyro wallet. I haven't actually worked to connect my Ledger through the Xverse, which is something that I'll have to do this week. I want to check that right out. What are the plans? Obviously, there's been a bit of controversy about Ledger. I don't think we need to go into that right now, but what can you tell us a bit about the hardware application side and what's being worked on there?
Yeah, sure. So currently with stacking on Xverse, you are able to use Ledger for that. We don't have a direct integration though at the moment, but we are imminently it's a little alpha there, working on Ledger support. So that's super exciting and will position Xverse to be the first wallet with hardware support for Ordinals and BRC20 tokens. So huge step in the right direction there for security. I think that all that to say is, we're open to working with other hardware wallets as well. We're having other conversations, and our team, again, it's pretty small, but we're rolling out the features, guys. So just stay tuned, turn on those notifications. But it's coming fast.
Yeah, you heard it here first. You didn't hear it from another space, guys.
Yeah, only
like I said,
because it's such a special space right here. Love
yeah,
my
with
Aussies.
special people. Wonderful. We're closing the space in a few minutes, but I think I should ask the final question. Or before I ask the final question, I just want to give like an opportunity to people listening. If you have any questions for Elizabeth right now, this is the opportunity to jump on, ask some questions away, and please, where the space. The reason why I'm saying this is because over the weeks, our previous spaces, we've had people come up and turn this place into a war ground, especially about okay, one side of the layer is better than the other side of the layer. I am not an advocate for whichever layer is better than whichever layer. I believe the BTC is for everybody, and we should coexist in the ecosystem. So please, if you have a question, don't make it too technical. She's not the CTO; she's the head of group. So if you have questions, feel free to jump in. Let's ask away. I can see Nata's hands up. Nata, feel free to speak.
Oh, I hope that this is just a simple question. It's just more of a functionality question when we're using the wallets. So like, how you've got accounts, count 1, count 2, and multiple ones if you want to set multiple accounts up. And you may or may not know this, but I like the idea of the function of being able to name my accounts for their purposes. Is that something that you're aware of or that Xverse may be introducing?
Hey, it's a good idea. We can definitely look into that. I will say, did you know that you can have BNS accounts with Xverse?
I didn't know, no, because I'm
Yeah.
fairly quite new into jumping around. I've been more focused on the outside of things, but now I'm really starting to look at the wallets and which ones suit my purpose the most. So therefore, I'm spending time now looking at the Xverse wallet. So I'm trying to work out all of that stuff.
Yeah, so you can create a Bitcoin name system, like kind of like an ENS, but BNS. It's actually, mine's on my profile right here. It's elizabetholson.btc. So you can send Bitcoin to my .btc address. Currently, Xverse, we're building out functionality where you can easily send Bitcoin to and from your BNS, your .btc usernames. But that's certainly one way that you can create an account is having these decentralized identities, if that answers your question. But in regards to actually just like editing and naming the account, I will ask our engineering team. I do proxy my knowledge on that team, and so happy to look into it for you.
Yeah, that'd
be a nice idea.
Yeah, I think it's just it's nice to be able to just in the most simplest, especially for newcomers that aren't into all the BNS names and so forth yet. Just when you're setting it up, one's personal, one may be business and so forth. So yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Sure. Yeah.
That's a wonderful question. That's really a wonderful question, because I had that. Okay, Gordon, go ahead.
Yeah, I was reading about that today, actually, Elizabeth, and the decentralized identity, and I'd seen that on Xverse's website there before, and basically drilled down on that this morning to learn more about that, and it was really just through using a .btc domain for your wallet. So I had a wallet there which I've got some ordinals in at the moment that I wanted to have an actual name attached to it, so I just had to go in and get another .btc domain. So I've got that's how my wallets are named, essentially. But it is a great way to onboard people as well. I was just talking with Nieta. We did a prize pool at a bit Bitcoin Pizza event the other night. So in an onboarding process for Nieta with that new person who's new to Stacks, it was download an Xverse, send a 4 Stacks, and then get a .btc domain, and then get the Bitcoin NFT over to us. So great little process to onboard people through.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
really easy process, especially so I video called and went through with the new lady, and it was just very simple. It wasn't very complicated. She was able to easily set up a wallet. So that's a brilliance, especially for people who are new to the space, for sure.
Yeah, I believe that that's one of the goals of Xverse, in being like the #1 wallet, that it's very accessible, no stress, no hustle in downloading and using it quickly. And if I was to say that, I think that will be like, that might have been the goal in the first place, but you've achieved that goal brilliantly, because it takes a lot. I came from Solana, and one of my favorite there is the Phantom wallet, and it has gotten to the position where we call it the household wallet. And you being in the position where you are now the household wallet on BTC, it's really, really a great achievement, and that's really wonderful. That's wonderful. And to buttress what Nieta was saying the other time, I had issues then when I came into the space, and I had the several accounts that I created, and I was wondering how I could edit the names and stuff. So at one point, I just decided, oh, let me just get BNS names for each and every one. So I have the ones I named after my dog. I have the one I named after my study. I have some that I gave to my businesses. So I think that way it was cool. But the only part I didn't like was having to spend, is it 2 stacks or so to get a business name? But in the long run, it was helpful. And I feel like somebody might want my BNS in the near future, and I'll get to sell it like probably 100x or 1000x. Who knows? So it's really cool. It's cool. It's cool. And right now that you are here, it's a thing you can help us pass on to the devs. I know you're doing a wonderful job over there, and everything you guys do is really based on the market demands. So help us out one way or the other. If you can chip it in, if it's something that can come with future upgrades, it will really, really be cool, because I will be proud to say, oh, I remember when we were talking about it in the space, and it really came through for the community. That's wonderful. So my final question before we wrap this up is, with Xverse, what should we be expecting as the ecosystem grows and Web3 unfolds?
Yeah, I mean, I think the next steps is is I think, like I was talking about earlier, is we've just seen a huge homecoming for Bitcoin, with the new wave of builders and talent and investors and projects coming to the ecosystem, and we're looking to support those. We're the most well integrated and easiest to integrate wallet out there. We have so many partnerships. Everybody's been integrating Xverse. We just announced a Luminex today for really super fast way to mint. You can easily connect your Bitcoin wallet. There's no copy pasting of any addresses or codes. You simply click Xverse and click, enter your password, connect your wallet, and that's it. You're ready to mint. It's incredible. So we're working on all these kinds of different solutions that are coming to the ecosystem. And definitely you can check out our roadmap. It's open to the public on GitHub, but we're imminently looking at hardware support. Light integration, multi-sig, BNS, so many different exciting features. So we're just going to keep shipping away over these next months, and so we hope you guys will stay on board. And of course, we just enabled a continuous. I should say the Stacks upgrade enabled continuous stacking. So that's something that's going to be available in this next cycle on our stacking pool. So for all the stackers out there, definitely take a look at our stacking pool. And we're working with a really exciting partner we're about to announce probably this week around stacking. So, people are looking to stacks now. People come to Bitcoin, they're going to look at Bitcoin layers. So that's also a huge growth we want to see. SBTC, all of this stuff this is all part of our roadmap, part of our goals and objectives. So yeah, thanks for having me to shill Xverse today.
You've been one of the best speakers we've had in a long while, and I really appreciate the time. But before you leave, I can see Thomas. I think Thomas has a question. Thomas, this is your time to start detailing those things you need to write.
Hi, thank you. And thank you for hosting these spaces. I just downloaded the Xverse wallet, so I'm starting to see all the options and everything in it.
Wonderful.
And I just want to make like a few, maybe they're basic questions, but can I turn my Bitcoin into stacks directly from the wallet?
So at the moment we don't have in-app swaps, but that's something we're working to make really smoothly, eventually directly in-app. And we're also working with partners like Alex around stack swaps, like USDT, for example, once they bridge that over. So yeah, that might be a little alpha there too. But yeah, we're working on ways to make it easier to get stacks, and eventually having in-app swaps, Bitcoin and stacks and other tokens.
All right, thank you. And another very basic question: could I mint BRC20 tokens from the wallet? Is that possible?
Yes, of course, definitely. You can use Xverse to connect to any of these marketplaces. So, for example, right now there's the BitGod mint that's happening right now, right this very moment. In fact, I have my well, I shouldn't shill any kind of no financial advice whatsoever, but yeah, I mean we've got these mints happening where people can easily connect to like Unisat, where Unisat is integrating Xverse. That's a little alpha there too. So you'll be able to mint on Unisat using Xverse. You'll be able to we're already Luminex. It's something that we're, of course, yeah, you can definitely, we're like the one-stop shop for BRC20.
That's wonderful. Sorry, one last question. Is it possible, in order to maybe give BRC20s a bit more utility, that I can, for example, mint a token, distribute it to people, and then do like a bulk transaction where I send sats to the people that are holding those tokens? I don't know if that's possible, but if it is, it would be great.
Sorry, what's the question?
If I create and distribute a BRC20 token, can I then, through the wallet, do like a bulk transaction of sats to all the people that are holding this token?
Sorry,
I think that's more like a CTO question. Sorry, Thomas.
Yeah, probably. No worries.
Yeah,
thank you.
I think that's it. So probably if we can get hold of the CTO, then we can drill him with these questions.
Yeah, sorry.
But
can you just clarify once more? I just had to finish that mint because it just happened, but maybe I missed part of the question. What you were saying? Can you transfer tokens in bulk?
Yeah, like I am thinking, for example, if you create a BRC20 token and you use it to raise funds for a project, and then the project is successful and you want to reward the people that are holding the token, like, is there a way to do that, like a bulk transaction to everyone that's holding the token, some sats? It's okay. It's probably a
I think we need to like to get into the weeds there, technically speaking.
Yeah.
But not at the moment. That's not something that we're offering.
All right. And yeah, well, the last thing I want to say is that since you guys are working closely with Alex, I will also let everyone know that Alex is currently in talks with the Rootstock community trying to build a bridge. So maybe that would be a way for you guys to get access to the Rootstock services without having to build everything yourselves.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we are working very closely with Alex, and we're working on this bridge with them with SUSDT and swaps and options like that. So yeah, of course we're definitely open to other Bitcoin layer solutions. So thanks for flagging and your questions. So you're coming from Rootstock, is that where you're coming from?
I work with Rootstock and with a lot of the dApps on Rootstock, but I am more like I believe in the whole Bitcoin ecosystem, and I think if Rootstock succeed, it's good for Stacks. If Stacks succeed, it's good for Rootstock because we're all driving value back to Bitcoin. So I am for whatever helps people in their lives, and I think solutions built on Bitcoin, whatever layer they are built on, are great. And I just happen to work on Rootstock, but I am for the whole Bitcoin ecosystem.
Nice. Love to hear it.
Wonderful.
I mean, that's what's so great. Everybody coming from all different corners of the Bitcoin space, and Bitcoin layers. This is a huge, bridge, and just bring us together. It's what we got to do. Got to stick together, find that common ground.
Yeah, and to buttress that, we all understand that we just start digging into Bitcoin recently. Some months ago, it was not possible to have stacks or ordinals or so on. So everything that is coming out right now is still in the growing process, and I believe with time we'll still create more and more innovations in the space. So thank you so much for the questions. Thank you for jumping in to ask the questions, and thank you, Elizabeth. You've been a wonderful speaker, and I cannot thank you enough for being here. And on a closing note, do you have like a closing speech or remarks that you would like to say, or an extra alpha? Because I like listening to alphas.
a closing speech. Here. Do we all have a glass of champagne? I could certainly use one.
I think I could get one.
It's almost 10 p.m. here. So where's my champagne, Sam? I'm waiting for my champagne toast.
No
for
worries.
my speech.
I'll send it over.
Anyway, okay. So a speech. I gave you so much alpha though. So needy.
Nah. I am a DJ. I am a DJ. We can never say, we don't say an alpha is enough. We always want more. That's the thing. Always want more. Anything that pumps my bag.
I gave you Ledger. I gave you Unisat. I'm trying here.
Yeah,
I'm really trying.
you can give us a goodbye alpha. Yeah.
Okay. A goodbye alpha. Let's see. I mean, gosh, I think just stay tuned. We're gonna be shipping some fun content too. And it's a little bit further out there, but I'm looking for content creators and influencers. If you guys know some really good ones, TikTok videos. We have huge following on TikTok, but it's time to really shift that narrative to be more educational around crypto. So, if you guys within your network, some really amazing content creators or influencers in this space, I'm all ears. That's kind of my call to action there. But anyway, I'm not just here to ask you guys for things. I want to also offer our help. Please feel free to join our Discord.
Yeah.
We have a good time there.
I'm already part of the Discord from day one.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Love it. And follow us on Twitter,
LinkedIn,
all of our other channels. Yeah. We post on LinkedIn. Unlike many crypto places, we do post on LinkedIn. We're doxed. and yeah. Thanks. We love the Stacks ecosystem so much. Such an immense support. I have so many friends there, and yeah. Let's do it. Let's grow together.
Elizabeth, I just want to thank you. It was a really an awesome personal sharing with us on your experience and what you're doing at Xverse. And it was, really want to thank you for doing that with us today and sharing us. There's a stack of good alpha in there. I'm going to jump on and grab one of those Big God BRC20s right now if there's any left.
Yeah, there's still. Let me see. There's 50% left. So
Okay,
Whoa.
let's go.
50%. So go if you want to do
Go
that. Not
fast,
financial
Gordon.
advice. Do your own research.
Thanks, Mark.
Nate, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I was just going to say in regards to the networking, Elizabeth, I'm part of or partnered with Jimmy Groen and JTC, who we created just in the recent weeks a networking space, essentially Web3 networking space. It's called W3N. And basically, as you've asked, like, it's all about, helping others, connecting others, and giving others to the community. So I can send you some details about that. And we do spaces every Friday as well prior to the Stack Space. And it's just about connecting people with what they need. So if you need content creators and so forth, it's an awesome Australian space for you guys to get in there, and we reach out to worldwide essentially now.
Nice, love it. Congrats on the new space. That's so important, just to keep connecting communities and sharing each other's talents.
Absolutely. That's what we're all about, is creating good communities in the space, helping each other grow, and going from there.
Love it.
Wonderful. I can see the ladies networking right now. That's wonderful. I think we should do like a spaces for the ladies and the ecosystem and get you guys back here to speak about your journey in the space and how long you've been there. And I think that should be like a closing remark from me. Thank you everybody for being here. Said Jay say, I know it's past your bedtime. You should be in bed right now. Anaconica, thank you for being a wonderful listener. I hope I'm pronouncing the name properly. And I can say I've never known how to pronounce Ichel. Nata, can you help me out with the name?
Sorry, which one's that?
The wonderful artist in the space.
IXL.
Okay, Ichel. I think I will have to get her to pronounce the name for me.
Lexjol.
But
I don't know. We've always just spoken on this in Spaces and Discord, so I'm going to have to double check with her.
Exactly, same here, because she's one of the wonderful artists in the space right now, and we've met a couple of times in Counterfeit, and she's actually doing a piece for Counterfeit right now. She's a brilliant one-on-one artist, and I've seen some of her work. And speaking about that, I think you guys should give her a follow, check out the art, and see what she's up to in the space. Probably one day we'll have her up as a speaker to tell us about her art and what she's building in the space. So thank you for being here. We appreciate you. And Gordon, thank you for being here. I know you're chasing the Bitcoin right now. So get it. Don't fade it. And I myself have been busy chasing BRC token on Alex, even though I've been tasked with monitoring and moderating the community. I have my second eyes on the market. I don't want to lose health. So it's been a wonderful space, you guys. We have this every Friday, same time every Friday. And if there's going to be a change of time, we are actually testing out the time to see what's wonderful for our spaces. We know there are lots of other spaces on right now. And one way or the other, I think we'll find our perfect time. But if you are keen to join us next week and you feel like listening to something very interesting, follow Stacks Australia, join us on our Discord group. We have lots and lots of wonderful people on Discord group. You'll be surprised at the people we have in Australia. And these are part of the OGs of the space. They don't talk about it because our humble community is not like mega big, but the things we are doing from Australia are what you will consider as the big things in the space. So if you feel like you need to join the community, network with some people, the OGs, the founders, Gordon is the person to contact. He can give you the link. Follow Stacks Australia. Follow my account though. My account is not here right now, probably sleeping, and I am not sleeping. So my name is Sam. Everybody know me. If you're looking for me, I am on sam-tlt.btc. You can feel free to send me some BTC. I don't mind. So please send me a follow. If you have questions, send me a DM. I'm always awake. I do my 24/7 vigilance on well, I say Web3 because I'm everywhere right now. I think a lot of people are even accusing me of not sleeping. That is why I said I could relate with what Elizabeth was saying the other time. So
Sam, you're definitely a degen, that's for sure, because every time I go to bed, you're up. When I go wake up, you're up. You're constant.
I had a meeting with JTC recently, I think yesterday afternoon, and we were talking about some projects that we wanted to do, and it was one of the things that they really liked about me was the fact that when they are sleeping, they know Sam is awake, and when they are awake, they know Sam is awake. So it's one of the things. So thank you guys. I appreciate you. Elizabeth, we hope to see you another time. And if it's not too much, we would like to draw in your CTO so that we can drill in on more alphas. And it's been a wonderful space, actually. Thank you for being here. I'll jump into the Discord to really appreciate you once more and see what's going on. And I'm one of the people that really gets the news before it gets to Twitter, because it goes live on the announcement board before we get it on Twitter. So I've been saying a lot of people there. The community is wonderful. It's not a toxic community. It's a place for everybody. So you guys jump in, get into the action before we go viral. And we're already going viral from the achievements and the award that you listen to. So be on the fast track. Don't slow down. Don't fade. Thank you all. We'll see you another time. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thanks
Have
all. Have a good
have a
one.
wonderful day. Is it
Thank you,
nighttime over
Elizabeth.
there?
It is. It's 10 p.m. So I'm gonna peace. But
Oh,
thanks. Nice chatting with you all. Keep in
thank you
touch.
very much.
All
Gordon,
right.
we're going. Are you still
Bye.
minting those big gods?
I'm having a few technicals, but I'll work it out.
Just don't fade.
I might have to reach out for help. All right.
Okay.
Thanks for everyone for joining.
Thanks, David. Thank you for coming. Anaconical, thank you for coming. Take care.
Anna Kanika. It's Anna Kanika.
Anaconica. You
Yeah.
should have told me earlier. You just
I know.
made me fool myself. Thank you for coming, Anaconical. And Thomas, we hope to see a wonderful piece from you soon. Expecting great things. So good night, everybody. Take care.